This is a series of 100 films about Japanese foods that I've eaten, and this is a film about one of the fundamental questions of human existence. Would you eat a potato salad sandwich? Would you eat a potato salad sandwich? That's the question I ask people before they come to Japan, because it pretty much sums up the Japanese approach to Western foods. I became aware of this a couple of weeks after I arrived in Japan. I was living in Chigasaki, a suburb of Tokyo on the Pacific coast. I had the morning off, so I decided to explore the local bakeries. Omatase shimashita. I entered one, grabbed a tray and some tongs, and started to browse the selections available. Now, at the time, I didn't know much Japanese, but I recognized the word for potato, omatase shimashita. I bought what I thought looked like a dinner roll and then went home and made myself a salad. And when I bit into the dinner roll, I discovered it actually wasn't a dinner roll at all. It was a bun, but with half a baked potato inside. To me, this was both terribly exciting and frighteningly weird. I felt the need to phone my mother and inform her of my discovery. Omatase shimashita. So with that in mind, what I want to do is tell you about the 5 craziest baked goods I've bought in Japan. And because it's the internet, and the internet loves lists. Number 5, edamame in a bun. Edamame is a kind of green bean, only slightly larger than normal green beans, and it comes in a tough outer husk. You boil it or defrost it and then pop the edamame peas out of the pod. And in Japan, they actually add these edamame beans to tea biscuits. It gives them a nice texture, and you're getting 2 food groups at the same time. Number 4, cheese in buns. In a Japanese bakery, it's almost impossible to buy a plain dinner roll. Trust me, I've tried. What you get instead is an enormous variety of dinner rolls and baked goods with various kinds of cheese baked into them. Sometimes it's cream cheese, sometimes it's cheddar cheese, and sometimes it's a variety of mozzarella cheese. It all goes back to the idea that baked goods are not really designed to accompany dinner. Number 3, the hot dog in a bun. You know how we experience hot dogs like in a stadium, like a baseball stadium or on a street corner? That doesn't exist in Japan. Sure, I have seen them once on the menu of a Japanese fast food chain called First Kitchen, but never have I seen someone in Japan eating a regular hot dog, a regular boiled hot dog in a hot dog bun with ketchup and other condiments on it. But when you go to a bakery in Japan, of all places, you can find hot dogs that are baked into the bun. And some of them even have ketchup on them, or other times maybe they're flavored with mayonnaise and nori, which is a form of Japanese seaweed. The hot dog or sausage in a bun is a stalwart of the Japanese bakery. Of course, there is the convenience of knowing it's all one unit. No worries that the hot dog will ever fall out. Number 2, the croque monsieur. This is a very classic French delicacy, very common in bakeries in Japan. It's what we call in English the toasted cheese sandwich, with the additions of ham and mayonnaise, which might be rather off-putting for North Americans, but it's not bad if you need a quick lunch. And finally, that's right, you guessed it, number 1, the potato salad sandwich. This is the one that you really have to experience to know what it really means. When I first saw this sandwich at a convenience store, I was almost offended by the audacity of it. Bread and potato salad are not 2 foods that should ever be that close together. Certainly they shouldn't be touching. You have to understand that the Japanese people don't see the potato as the staple we do back home. They just see it like any other vegetable, like a tomato or a bamboo shoot or a rutabaga. Often you'll find these sandwiches with carrots in them too, and sometimes only carrots, what I call the shredded carrot sandwich. The word of the day. The word of the day is omatase shimashita. It means I've kept you waiting in honorific Japanese, a pleasantry you'll hear when you're a customer. As always, feel free to watch this film 10 more times and repeat it along with me. At least that's what I do. Next time. So that's it until next time, when we look at the wackiest sushi in the world. So until then, sayonara.